Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about something from Arctic, and it's going to be, well, something a bit different than the couple of last videos. And what is it? Well, it's very simple and it's very cool. I have here two 120mm fans from Arctic. They are Arctic BioniX F120 gaming fan with PWM PST. What is PST? How they look? What's their speeds? And all the technical details and even some tests after the intro, of course. As usual in my every unboxing and review video, first I like to do, well, unboxing and to see how the product actually looks besides the picture and the everything you see. But as usual, the box looks actually really cool. It's not that it matters that much, but if you're into graphic looks and that kind of stuff, it really has the appealing look of buying box. The thing about the technical specification, on the back side of the box you have all the dimensions, the fan, the speeds, you have the airflow, which bearing is it, noise level, current or voltage, and the weight of the total fan. Now you also have the comparison between BioniX fans from Arctic, which have 3-phase motor, and the typical 120mm fan that has 1 or 2-phase motors. Now let's open the white one and then the red one to see how they look outside of the box, of course. Yeah. Now the first thing I see on the fans, well, you have the fan, you have the screws, and you have here, this is support.arctic.ac/BioniX. You have the manual here, which has the this is the QR code, which you scan with your phone, and then you get more information about the fans. Now let's go with, this is the white one, and let's check the red one. Now the fans come in a variety of colors, which I'll mention later on after I open them. So 4 screws, the red fan, and another QR code or scan to check the user's manual for the fans. Now this is really cool with these codes, so they don't have to print out all those papers you usually get with all your other products. Saves paper, of course, and well, it's a smaller box. Now the first thing that I noticed from these fans is that they have, let's say, reversible sides. So you see the front, it has a nice white color ring, and the red one has normal nice red ring, white also. And the best thing about these fans, and these are most likely just because of this, one of my favorite fans, because of the looks, when you turn them around they have the identical look. It doesn't have the sticker from Arctic, it just has engraved Arctic. It says BioniX F120. You have some current and the voltage, and that's about it. The cable is braided nicely, 4-pin PMW, and the best thing about these fans is they aimed for something very cool, and that is, when you think about it, actually really good for your airflow in your case. Now on your motherboard you have the 4-pin PWM connector, which you connect your fan, right? And this is what they did. They actually extended that DPMW connector to another connector, which you could just easily connect it like this. So for instance, you have the BioniX on front of your case, on the back, on the rear of the case, and on the processor cooler. And for instance, you want to get the exact same speed, the RPMs of the fans, so the air that comes from the front of the case goes directly through the cooler of the processor and goes out the same speed, so you don't get any, let's say, it won't be a turbulence, but something like that, yeah. So because of the new I would say innovation with alloy and lubricant combination, you get a more effective work of the fan. And what does that mean? So for instance, you have, this is a 3-phase motor, and you have a standard 120mm fan that has 1 or 2 phases. As I said before, they actually managed to see the tests between, as I said, standard 120mm fan and these ones. So because of the new phase motors in the fans, they actually degraded the temperature of the motor by 20 degrees. So what does that mean? They say here 10 degrees lower motor temperature doubles the lifespan of the fan, and by 20 it quadruples or gives you 4 times more lifespan of the fan. This means what? This means 10 years warranty on your fans, which is really cool to have some fans that actually live that long. You don't have to change them all the time. Now, as I said, they have more colors. They have the red one here, they have the white one, they have the green one, and the yellow one. Didn't mention the speed. The speeds are very modular, from 200 RPMs to 1800 RPMs, which gives you the ability to adjust the temperature, adjust the speed, and the best thing, adjust the noise. Because of the lubricant and alloy combination, you get nicely, I would put it like nicely sliding motor that doesn't have too much vibrance in between, and it slides nicely, doesn't make noise. So why don't we test and see on my, I'm going to put my iPhone and see how much decibels do these fans actually make while they're at work at a certain speed. So let's go. So we've seen the test. Now, as you've seen in the description while I was doing the test, you have 20% of the speed, you had 50, 75 and 100. At the end I had to lower it down to 60%, so you get the decibel range. At the 20% you could barely hear it. You've seen the results of the decibels, the amount of decibels on each stage, and I have to say that I'm really impressed. So my final conclusion: the fans look brilliant. If you're not into RGB, even though you could turn it off like I can, but if you're not into RGB, these are fans that actually really look cool. And whichever side you choose, they look the same which can give you a special look of the case as you wish. Now, you don't need, if you don't need any LEDs or RGB stuff, these are the perfect fans for your case. And why? Well, you have a similar look on both sides. They're very quiet and they're very effective, and you've seen the test of the decibel range. They're really nice, and it's very cool because they have those 4-pin connectors BMW, and that is actually what every fan should have if they come in a case, or if they get bought separately. They need to have the 4-pin BMW to get better control of your fan speed. The final thing you have, as I said, red, white, green and yellow. You have the F120, which I have right here, and you have the fans, also BioniX F140mm fan as well. The decibel range, and I was reading on some other reviews just to check, because I have only 120 here. 140mm fans have 1 to maybe 2 decibel higher noise on the same level of the RPMs, so that is really cool. You get, well, in my opinion, you get more air for a slight boost on your decibel range or your sound that your fan makes. That's really cool. Great looking fans, quiet, effective, and if you're not into RGB, and believe me, I read a lot of comments on Instagram, some people actually don't really like it, which is of course understandable, and I get it why. These are the fans to buy. The F120 are 14.99 euros and the F140 are 15.99 euros. Very, very affordable for a very good quality fan. So my advice, if you're not into RGB, these are the fans to get. Links are down below where to get them. Links from Arctic are also down below. If you like the video, don't forget to smash that like button below, and of course don't forget to subscribe. That would be all for today, guys. See you next time. More cool stuff arriving very soon, and well, it might be 4 days, it might be 5 days, or it might be even tomorrow with a new video. Thank you and see you next time. Bye, guys.